How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Will and his channel. I am Will, and this is my channel. Today I'm going to be going over something that I like to do personally, and it is car photography. So I'm going to be kind of showing you a little bit about my workflow, scanning, editing, angles, and stuff like that. You're basically just going to come with me in the studio today, and we're going to sit down here in Lightroom and edit some photos. So hopefully you should be looking at my desktop now. And if not, that is dumb. And that means the recording didn't work, and that means this whole video is going to be deleted. But anyways, I think you're probably looking at my Lightroom collection now. First thing I do is go to Lightroom, deselect everything, and I've already done all of the boring work of scanning all of my film. I use an Epson V600. I use basically the stock settings for the most part because I just want the plainest image possible. And I do all of it, I scan all of it as a positive, even if it's color negative or black and white negative, because I do all of my converting in Negative Lab Pro on Lightroom, because I don't know, it just seems to be the workflow that really works for me, and I really like Negative Lab Pro. I think it's a pretty good program. So anywho, back over here in Lightroom, come over and just, import the photos. I'm sure if you're a photographer, you've imported photos in a Lightroom before. I'm not gonna bore you. Yes, so, anywho, I got my photos here. You might notice that there's kind of duplicates of all the photos. That was because I was shooting at night. This is actually my first roll of Cinetstill800t on medium format. So I just wanted to make sure that no matter what, I got some really good usable images from this little thing that I shot. So I went and I bracketed every image. I basically exposed, and then I overexposed one stop on my second bracket just to make sure. But anyways, here's pretty much all my photos, and now, gotta do the Negative Lab Pro thing. So I gotta crop in all my photos. You can even see I got the halation from the Cinetstill800t there. So I'm probably just gonna skip through this part and make it fast for everybody in the edit. So that was that. Basically did the basic thing. Now I'm gonna go and highlight everything, go over here to Negative Lab Pro, do TIFF scan. I kinda like the way the Frontier thing looks. I'm gonna be honest, you kinda just gotta fiddle around with these things in Negative Lab Pro because they kinda can really significantly change the look of your photos. But usually for my workflow, I usually just like to keep everything as basic as humanly possible, get the image as flat and as clean as humanly possible, and then I do all the editing myself once, I tweak all the little knobs and stuff when I get there. So, I'm gonna hit convert and wait. Here, while we're waiting for some more of these things to convert here, I just wanted to kind of also shout out that if you like the music that you hear in any of my videos, it's all made by yours truly. So, let me know if you think I should be releasing any of this on the side. Kind of haven't really dropped any, music in an album form or, singles or anything like that in a super, super long time. But if you guys vibe with the beats, let me know. I would love to maybe see if there's some potential to put my stuff back out there on the internet. Okay, well that's great. So Negative Lab Pro did the awesome thing where it didn't really convert my photos, which is sick because there was some kind of memory overflow buffer. So basically I did all that thing. I still have to kick this open one more time and I have to press apply. Holy crap. Whoa. 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 I did a good job. Whoa. Oh, convert, you bastard. It's only negative thing about Negative Lab Pro is it's a little finicky sometimes. It is, an independently developed application. It's not like Adobe's making this or anything. Adobe should have some kind of an app that can convert film negatives. I don't know why, it seems pretty prevalent. Seems like something that they should have in Negative Lab Pro. Excuse me, something they should have in Lightroom. Wow, some of these just turned out so trash. What happened? Boom, all right, so we converted all the negatives. Quick gander through the things. And basically what I'm gonna do right now is I'm kind of just gonna decide, just based off the base conversion, which of the ones I like better, because I did overexpose some of them by one more stop. So like, yeah, like that's clearly a better look, I think. It's a little more orangey, right? How strange that I don't understand. It's like me touching the camera just to adjust the aperture ring somehow tilted my photos. I don't really understand how that worked, to be honest. Because it was on a tripod. I don't know. One of y'all are gonna have to explain that one to me. That must have been an accident shot. This looks like a Salvador Dali painting, not a car. Anyways, so some of you might be wondering, you know, you want some tips and tricks on how to film cars. I think the real trick is that you just need to nail kind of like the penultimate angles, you know? And the real thing about the car is you're just trying to really show off its most flattering angles as best as humanly possible. I don't know if I personally did that with these photos, but someone that I really like that you should go check out, in addition to my channel, is North Borders. He's a guy from Australia, and I kind of have taken a lot of my inspiration for my car photography from him, because I just really like the way that he does his angles. And when I was trying to learn how to do car photography and he gave tips and stuff, I thought his tips were really good about, you know, nailing the basic shots. You know, he has a whole video about nailing the basic shot list for cars. It's pretty good. So back to my pictures. Ooh, which one do I like better? It's like somehow, oh, you know what the thing is? I'm so dumb. It's because I'm cropping the photos in differently. So that's why you might notice a small format change between the photos. It's because I'm cropping them all in to get rid of the film borders and all that random stuff, you know? This one's gotta think a little longer. See, like that one, the darker one actually looked a lot better. God, what happened here? Delete. It's a pretty good looking shot, if I say so myself. Shoot, that's kind of cool. This one has like a weird car in the background that gave it a blur. That's kind of fun. Don't know if I like this picture. Well, it's the only one I got, so. Ooh, that interior shot. So some of the shots that my man North Borders kind of tries to go over that I'm gonna see if I can kind of mimic over here a little bit is sort of like an interior shot, right? We kind of got, you know, from a side, we got like a side profile shot here. This one we got the back profile, you know? Here I was trying to do kind of like a nice photo to show off some of the details on the wheels, right? Really important on the car. This was kind of supposed to be like a corner boot shot. But it really looks like trash and I did not nail it properly. Perhaps something that I would have preferred to have done is come more higher up on the car and more to the right and gotten more of the back end of it. You know, here we got the front end shot. Honestly, not particularly pleased with this one either because it's extremely off center. That's the other thing, folks, is when you're doing the car pictures, it's really about not necessarily symmetry, but it's the perfection of the angles and the lines and the things like that. That's really what you're trying to go for in a car photo. So if you're not nailing it dead center like your boy William did over here, you're kind of fucking up the picture, like a lot. But then we got here, you know, this is kind of a corner front shot, you know, to kind of speak on this other photo back here. Let me see if I can find it. This one compared to this one. This is kind of, in my opinion, I think this is a pretty good shot. And this one is this is kind of the idea of what I was trying to go for, this boot shot, but I just didn't nail it. Like, I didn't even nail it remotely. Hey, that's what you do, you know, you live and learn. It's what you do with this film shit. You know, you shoot it, you develop it, and then you learn how terrible some of your photos were and how good a couple of them were. So anyways, kind of peeling through this thing, this is kind of like a, you know, this is another kind of interior-esque shot. This is not really something I'm particularly happy with either, but the other one was blurry. So that's that. And then yeah, another interior shot. Had I had more time and had this been like my car or someone else that I actually knew's car, not just some random car that I saw in a parking lot, I might have spent some time actually like getting super deep into the interior of the car, but since it wasn't mine and it wasn't, you know, long story short, I wasn't affiliated with the car in any personal way, so I didn't really feel comfortable getting right inside this dude's car, you know. So yeah, anyways, we've culled. It's the first step. We've culled. We edited, we culled, we converted. Well, now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna see if I can fix some of these lines. Like, look how obviously horribly crooked this thing is. See if I can maybe crop a little bit. It's kind of fun. There we go. Like, that's a much nicer looking picture. Here you can see that, first of all, I'm shooting with an Amazon Basics tripod, so leave me alone, and it's literally broken. I'm gonna see if I can take a picture of it and show it on the video. But it's complete garbage, so that's why a lot of these photos are a little semi-crooked, is because literally the thing is broken. Ooh, that looks pretty good. It's kind of like a CinemaScope style thing. Some people do not like to crop their photos. I'm actually one of these people too. I prefer not to crop my photos, but I will admittedly say that, you know, I'm basic, I'm still learning, and I don't want to necessarily throw a whole picture out, you know, if I didn't crop it properly in camera. So I'm totally fine with cropping my pictures, you know, in the software to, you know, retain my pictures. Boop. Yeah, oh yeah, there's no fixing this one. Ooh. See, that's the thing, you know, it would have been cool had I been, you know, on top of it enough to, like, really get a cool looking photo of this straight on. That didn't happen. It really just didn't happen. What happened here? How did I fuck that up? Eh, this looks kind of cool. It's not the best, but it's all right. And this one could use a little rotation here. Okay. And boom. All right. Now I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna use the actual Negative Lab Pro sliders here to kind of go through and edit some of these things. And what I'm gonna do is, so I did this first edit in Negative Lab Pro, and I actually really liked, the way that it looked. So what I'm gonna try and do is see if I can copy the settings, treatment and profile, and see if I can paste these settings. And it did nothing. Yeah, so, you know, Negative Lab Pro is super buggy. You know, there's no denying it. It's super buggy. Like, it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work sometimes, just straight up. And it's annoying. It's kind of, you know, it's why I think a lot of the scanners from back in the day, like the Noritsus and the Frontiers, you know, they go for multi thousands of dollars each, you know, because they were, you know, machines created and fine-tuned for labs to do their scans, you know, and just you'll never be able to get the same color rendition, I think, out of something like this. Or maybe I just suck, and maybe I just need to work on it a little bit better. But I never seem to be able to get my scans from my 600 as good as my lab scans, color-wise. I try, and I have been getting better over time, but it's hard to compete, you know? It's hard to compete. I think that's really the thing, you know? Yep. Alright, just getting rid of some of the hairs and some of the gross crap, you know, little spots and whatnot. I really like how the Cinetstill halation pops up on these highlights on the car from the reflections of the lights on the top. I just think it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to look at, to be honest. Boom. I almost don't even want to touch this one. I feel like I did such a good job, and then the conversion worked so good. Maybe I'll just turn the, what do you call it, a little bit? Turn the... Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna stop fucking with it. Wow, look at the pretty blues. God, this... Obviously, it's a Cinetstill800t is a tungsten balanced film, you know, so generally it comes out a little bit blue. But it looks really great. It's not a particularly gross looking color cast in these photos, I don't think. Kill some of these specs a little bit. I'm pretty surprised. Shit was pretty non, what do you call it? I can't talk today. I'm pretty surprised. My photos were not very dusty. Usually on the dusty side. Boom, boom. This one I might need to adjust the color cast a little bit. Is there a fucking scan line? Son of a bitch. These aren't even dust. This isn't even dust on my negatives, I think. This is dust on the actual car itself. I'm not gonna tweak that too much. Best thing to do with Negative Lab Pro is just kind of tweak with the settings, fool around with it, see where it gets you, and kind of just go from there. You know, it's like all things, you know, where you're just kind of trying to find the balance, the right balance of editing and non-editing for your stuff, you know? I think it looks okay. It's usable. This is interesting to say the least as a photo. I'm kind of disappointed with this one in particular. It makes me sad. I thought this boot shot, this front-end shot was gonna be sick. And it did not turn out whatsoever. This, I think, is, in my opinion, I think it's the best shot of the lot. It's really about these angles, you know, you try to go for the front, you got the awesome headlight shot, you got the angles, you got the wheels, you got the door, the light lines are kind of streaking through this thing. This is what you want to try to get your car shots to look like angle-wise, I think. Maybe not color or subject, it'd be nice if there was less shit around and stuff like that. But I think it worked out pretty good for literally an impromptu thingy that I did when I was, you know, leaving my film lab to go get some film done. I just saw this really cool car out here and was like, yeah, I'm gonna give a Steel College try and see what the 800T looks like on here. You guys ever buy a new film stock and you just wait to use it because you want to go use it on something special and then you just never end up shooting it? That was me with this Cinetstill800t in the 120 format, because I just really wanted to finally just go shoot something with it, see what was up, because I kept putting it off for way too long. God Lord. Ugh. And oh god, do I even want to edit this one? Alright, I'm gonna edit it just for you. This photo's pretty trash. I don't think it's really gonna go anywhere. Oh shit, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Boom. So that's that. So yeah, photos edited. Boom. Eight photos edited. Here's what they look like. Boom. 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 Oh wait, hold on. I forgot one thing, people. I forgot one thing, folks. You gotta go down here to the sharpening and whoop. Go to your developer settings, copy settings. You're only copying the the sharpening, copy, select all, and we're gonna paste those sharpening settings onto everything. Just because literally I like how the photos usually look with a ridiculous amount of sharpening on them. There's just something about the film photos in particular. I don't know, I'm not suggesting this for your digital photo workflow, but the film photos in particular, I just look really good with a lot of sharpening. You know, it kind of just brings out extra grain in the photos, which I super dig. This is maybe something I want to touch on a little bit really quick. As you can actually see, what I did is I like rotated around the car. I started here, I went here, I went and shot a back wheel, I went and did the boot, I went and did the front, I went and did the front in the headlight and the wheel, I went and got, you know, this kind of top end part, and then I went and got an interior shot. That is how you want to try and do your car photos, is you want to sort of get in this like kind of rotational workflow around the vehicle, so you can get a bunch of angles of the car if you're going to go shoot, you know, at least a whole roll on a car like I did. You know, you want to go around and make sure you get enough angles. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, you know. These are all the photos. I'm going to go display them on screen so that you can look at them. And yeah, you know, what did you think about this tutorial kind of thing? Did you feel like this helped you at all? Did you feel like it was pretty pointless and you just heard me rant a bunch? Were you just here to go look at car photos? I would love to hear from you. Please, you know, comment down below the video, you know? Start a little conversation in this film photography community. Once again, I will plead, like, comment, subscribe. If you think the video is worth it, go check out my Instagram at bccap. I will have it in the description as well as maybe on screen. And until then, have a lovely rest of your day, film people. Go get some awesome exposures.